Lifeline's presence, a powerful story of trust, dignity, and the moment a test of character turned into an unforgettable lesson. You won't believe what one millionaire discovered when he tried to trap the woman who cleaned his mansion. Billionaire entrepreneur Henry Whitmore was a man who trusted no one. At 61, he had built a real estate empire from scratch. But years of betrayal from business partners to his own family had hardened his heart. His Beverly Hills mansion, guarded by steel gates and hidden security cameras, had one rule: never trust anyone fully. So when his new live-in maid, Keisha Daniels, arrived, a kind, soft-spoken black woman in her early 40s from Atlanta, Henry had doubts. She was respectful, always early, never nosy. She treated the mansion like her own. But Henry had grown skeptical of anything that seemed too good. One Thursday afternoon, while Keisha was cleaning the study, Henry decided to test her. He left the safe wide open. Stacks of cash, diamond cufflinks, rare coins, everything was on display. Then, pretending to take a phone call, he left the house, but not really. From his secret home office monitor, he watched and waited. Keisha entered the study, humming a gospel tune under her breath. Her feather duster moved gently across the antique bookshelves. Then she paused, her eyes locked onto the wide-open safe. Henry leaned forward on his monitor. Here it comes, he thought. Keisha walked slowly toward the open door, peering inside. She blinked, took a deep breath, and turned around. But instead of taking anything, she grabbed a notepad from the desk, scribbled something quickly, then pulled out her phone and dialed. "Mr. Whitmore, I think you left the safe open." "I didn't touch anything, but I'm locking the study door, just in case." She hung up, placed the note gently on the chair by the door, locked the room, and walked out. Henry stared at the screen in disbelief. No hesitation, no temptation, just honesty. He leaned back in his chair, silent. That night, Henry couldn't sleep. He replayed the footage over and over, trying to convince himself it had to be a performance. But the truth was unavoidable. Keisha had passed the test that most people in his life would have failed. The next morning, Henry called her into the sunroom. "Keisha," he said, not meeting her eyes at first, "can I ask, did you see the open safe yesterday?" She nodded gently. "Yes, sir. I figured it might have been a mistake, and I didn't want anything to happen to your valuables." He swallowed hard. "And you didn't think I don't know to take even a little something?" "No one would have known." She raised an eyebrow and smiled softly. "With respect, Mr. Whitmore, I wasn't raised like that. Just because you can get away with something doesn't mean you should. Besides, I'm here to earn my paycheck, not steal it." Her words hit him harder than expected. It wasn't just what she said, it was how she said it. Calm, confident, rooted in something deeper than rules, dignity. Later that evening, Henry found himself asking Keisha about her life. She shared that she had once been a teacher in Georgia. But after losing her husband in a car accident and raising 2 kids alone, she took cleaning jobs to stay afloat. "I never dreamed I'd end up working in mansions like this," she chuckled. "But I cleaned the same way I taught, give it my best, leave things better than I found them." Henry was stunned. All this time, he'd seen her as just the maid. But behind her simple uniform was a woman who had raised 2 college-bound sons, mentored neighborhood kids, and still sent half her paycheck home to help her sister's family. The woman he had tried to test was more honorable than most CEOs he knew. So he made a decision. The next morning, Keisha came downstairs to find an envelope on the kitchen counter. Inside was a handwritten letter. "Keisha, I tested you when I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. You've reminded me what integrity really looks like. Starting today, you are no longer my maid. You are the new director of staff services. For all my estate's salary tripled, full benefits, and your own office here in the mansion. Thank you for showing me what honesty looks like. Henry Whitmore. Tears welled in her eyes. Later that day, as she stood in her new office overlooking the garden, Keisha called her sons and said proudly, "You'll never guess what happened. What lesson did you take from this?" Best comment gets a shout out in the next Lifelines video.